Right, what's that? It's just one of those days. Typical me. We're up early today. Doing the McDonald's, and we're doing the breakfast menu. So what I've got here: regular sausage egg McMuffin. And I'm looking at my CPU because yesterday I tried recording Xbox 360 through OBS, and every time I click record, my CPU usage just on the bottom right peaks to like 30% and then keeps going up the longer the recording goes on. And we've got another sausage egg McMuffin. We've got two there. I bought it as a meal and one single one. I might go down there later and do my lunch. I did 2 videos in one. I woke up early. I just felt like having some Mackey's breakfast. So we've got the shitty hash brown, which is quite piping hot actually. I nearly caught the end of the breakfast time. Like in the UK, it ends at 11, which I think they should keep it to like 12 or something. Because when you get to like the end of the end, like the 11 o'clock, it gets really manic down there. Like people rush in to get the breakfast items. So they should either just keep it till 12. Or have it all day long like the Americans. In America, you've got it 24/7, don't you? You can go and order breakfast whenever you fucking like. So everything's better in America, and everything's more punctual and more convenient for everyone. I mean, not everyone wants to have like some people might want a muffin in the afternoon. Like, I don't know, whatever. Anyway, we've got a Marble Garden remix. Made by the same person that did that Angel Island one. He's done a few. This guy John Davis. So, yeah. What's going on in the news? More of this outbreak with the virus. I come up with a theory yesterday. I've come connecting the dots. I've said that Japan is the main stage for this virus because of the Olympics. Everyone that's popping in the spotlight for this pandemic has something going on politically wise. Japan is the main stage because of the Olympics, so that's why you've got the spotlight on that cruise ship that's docked in Yokohama Bay in the harbour, and you had British incidents where someone died, and you had British people on the cruise ships. What a surprise! Coincidentally, allegedly, is what they might say. And then you had Iran having a lot of cases, and the reason for that is that Iran is in the spotlight for this virus is because America is looking for any excuse to strike Iran again, because Iran has blocked off its borders. They're not letting no one in because they want the virus to get worse. They've got people in there that've got it anyway, but they don't want to let people in. So pretty much a no refugees welcome scenario. And then England have got it. And notice that there's been a lot of high winds lately. Ever since this virus has broke out, England's been getting non-stop storm after storm, high powered winds. So I'm telling you, it's man-made. It's these winds are artificial. They're not naturally, and they're not like natural weather. And the high winds is to make the virus spread. So it might not be just in England. It'll be all around Europe. You're going to be getting these high winds to spread this virus because it's airborne. They knew that from day one that it was airborne. So it's a bit funny that suddenly there's high winds popping up in Europe. I've been saying this twice now. Now the next one to pop up for having a crisis is Italy, and the reason Italy is having a crisis with the virus in their Tenerife island, they've got an incident where they've got a hotel on lockdown, just like Japan with the cruise ship, and the big question mark is why Italy? And you'll never guess what Italy. I googled it. Italy is the next country that wants to leave Europe or is heading that way because their political wise, their voting system, their public is leaning towards their political parties leaning towards leaving Europe. Connect the dots, and that's why they're getting the outbreak. You're getting people getting it there. It's all man-made. I don't know which country started it. It's a toss-up between China and America. They've done it together. So I don't know who's going to get it next, but Japan is the one that's going to make it a global crisis, because people from every country are going to come to Japan for this Olympics, catch the virus, and take it back to your countries. And I reckon that how Iran's going to get caught up in it. They've blocked off their borders, so anyone that's got the virus, like any public or any common person, they might allegedly just kill them off, like kill them. You know, like Syria did with their public, with the chemical, the gas, the tear gas, or some chemical where they killed off a load of people. Iran might do that, where people start dropping like flies, and they're going to say it's the virus, but they've just killed their own people. And I reckon America and other countries will poke their nose in to start something. So if it's just a theory, take it with a huge pinch of salt and fling it over your shoulder. Take it for what you will. I don't know. It's just something I thought of yesterday. I've been and over the past couple of days, I've been like looking at it, looking at all these locations that have been popping up in the news for this outbreak. In Russia, you had this airstrike in Syria, and it killed Turkish people. And then suddenly, you got migrants or immigrants or people fleeing. They're passing through Turkey, and now they're passing through to Greece. So it's a bit funny. Something's happening in Syria again, an airstrike, and now there's going to be another flood of immigrants coming in. So this is wave 2 now, round 2. So it's a bit funny that when the shit hits the fan in these countries, they know what direction to start moving. Why don't they go south? Well, what's under Syria? Because I looked on the globe that you got up the top, you got Turkey, and down below I think you got something like Jordan. Is Jordan or Iraq? So when you go there, why are they so persistent in getting to Europe? Have they got a plan? For about 7 minutes I've just been munching on this one hash brown, letting my muffins go cold. And I've got a hot chocolate. It's going to be a cold chocolate by the time I get to the end of this. That's what we got. That's what I didn't even show it on the video. Look, I normally start off like this, don't I? Showing you what I got. But I'm more interested in this news thing. Did you got people on the internet that are way more intelligent than me? I'm just probably talking shit. Look at it, typical muffin. They're always riddled with grease. And you got to like pat it down, like, pat all the grease off of it. I ain't had one of these for a long time. Look, it looks like fucking roadkill. Look at that. Just double check that the mic was on. Look at that. That's what it's meant to look like. And mine looks like someone sat on it. But there's something about the taste of the sausage in the McMuffin, that salty taste. Now, I've never had the bacon one, the bacon egg McMuffin. That sounds empty. You probably got this like thin strip of bacon and an egg. Whereas the sausage, it seems more. You're getting more oomph in what you're biting into. Like I said, I've never had the bacon one, but I can just imagine how bare bones it probably is. Hunt for source of UK infected. So you got people on the. You see that you got people on the run now. They're hunting down people that have got it. And with this virus, the symptoms appear late. So I think it's like 2 weeks late, or that you start getting symptoms. So by the time you know that you've got it, you've already passed it on to somewhere else. And it's a bit funny, that same time span, it's the same amount of time that they want you quarantined, which is 2 weeks, isn't it? Everywhere this virus is popping up, it's got something going on in the background, like political wise. I will rise like a phoenix after you've got the boxer in it. But yeah, there's no shame in losing. I mean, that's it. So out of the boxing, someone's got to lose, isn't it? You can't have it a draw like the first one, otherwise people will think it's rigged, which I think it is. I think all these sports that you see on telly is rigged. It's all to do with the betting. Like people do betting and gambling on these matches, whether it's football, boxing, cricket, or whatever. Anything you see on telly is fake. Because if you look at real fighting, like real fighting in the street, it's never like that. It seems more like organised, isn't it? Like they know what they know. They've probably been taught in the background. Or you're going to swing a left. You're going to take one. You're going to take this hit. You're going to go down like in Snatch. You'll go down in the fall. Because you watch like bare knuckle fighting in the streets, like real life, it's a bit more violent, isn't it? I gave birth on my leap year. Hologram Whitney. They're all becoming holograms. They're becoming ghosts. That's 3 people now that they've got that. No, 4. They've got Tupac as a hologram. They've got ODB, Old Dirty Bastard. I think they've got Eazy-E as a hologram, and now they've got Whitney Houston. Fucking, it's disgusting. Anywhere to make money off the dead. They've probably got an Elvis Presley one as well. It's just not enjoyable because they're just copying. They're just mimicking a moment in one of their concerts. Because if you watch the Tupac hologram at Coachella, he's mimicking his performance at the Blues, the Blues at the Royal Blues or something like that. And he's mimicking the same movements from that. If you get Tupac live DVD, he's mimicking that same action. If anything, I'd rather just go and grab the CD and put the CD on. It's kind of hot. It's like somewhere in the middle. I don't like touching piping hot like drinks. I don't like to burn the edge of my lips. All right. Muffin number 2, it's probably going to be stone cold. And don't worry, boys. I've got another snack, which I'm going to do a video of, not sometime in the week, and that's these bad boys. Just as a 30 minutes, a sneak preview. We're going to do these. I've got them and put them aside. So otherwise, I'm going to start getting fucking super obese if I keep doing them too regularly. Illness private to hide weakness. The further you scroll down, you just get the more bollocks, more stuff that don't matter. Look at this. I quit shaving for a month. Here's what I learned. Shaving what? Your fucking bits. You didn't like. Oh, he's shaving your legs and that. Back off, I ain't looking at that. I think there's more bollocks. So more taking our freedom of speech. We can't say anything nowadays. Everything's getting like censored and limited. If you say something, ooh, lose your job. There you go, look, Turkey lets refugees exit towards Europe. That's what I was saying about earlier. Something happened in Syria and Turkey's Turkey's fighting back and they're punishing Europe for it. And the people behind that airstrike was it the regime or something? I don't know what's going on in Syria. You had the massive ISIS outbreak, and suddenly they it sort of died down a bit, but then they're still there. So anytime there's something violent that happens in Europe, our government get on the blower and contact them and say, "Oh, was that yours?" If they're that defeated, how come they're still able to cause carnage in other countries? I looked a couple days ago, and it said something about that ISIS have got one last stronghold in Syria. So you've got the people that fled, like the first immigration wave when they were moving in droves across Europe, where you got like millions in Germany, you had millions in Sweden. They just went all over the place, and the people that remained were the people that were living amongst ISIS. So the next wave are going to be worse then, aren't they? Like mentality-wise. I'll get like a map. Look at what they're doing. Look, walking. They know where they're fucking going, don't they? And who's provided them with these bloody boats? Look, here we go. Look, we've got a map here. Look, Syria. I didn't know what was below Syria. So, Turkey. No, this is Syria here. I can't see what's underneath it, but they knew where to go. Why didn't they go up this way, where the green is? No, they knew exactly right. Turkey. They knew they. Someone's told them right, go that way. So it looks organised. Yeah, something shady. Just be careful, boys. Our country is pretty much is an invasion. That's what it is. That's a diversity for you. Just add water. Madness. See, I'm gonna sip this off camera. You don't want to see me just swigging this hot chocolate. Nothing exciting there. We've said our piece with the news, and we've talked about the McMuffin a little bit. So I'm gonna shoot off. What's going on there? Got like a little crusty bit on my nose. So yeah, peace.